here's my question, guys. I'll throw it back to Mustafa and Jaren. Is it possible to be balanced, to stay balanced, especially in today's world?
Yes, it is possible. There's always going to be some type of challenge thrown your way that you're going to have to overcome. But if you could, once you overcome that challenge, it is constantly possible to stay balanced. It just, you have to have the right mindset. You have to have the dedication. And you have to put in the time to stay balanced. If you don't put in the time, in the end, you're going to fall off eventually. As long as you stay focused and stay on your task, you will get there and you will stay balanced to where things won't overwhelm you.
For me, usually it is easy to get balanced because once you're up there, it's not that hard to stay up there. But to get it started, yes, it is hard. Admittedly, it is because it's forming new habits, trying to balance it out over time. But once you do learn how to balance it out, it is easy to stay up there. And there are rough days that you do mess up, and you mess up the whole schedule, your whole balancing. But don't let that affect you on the very next day. Just start all over again and actually carry out what you're trying to carry out and do your tasks and have your own self-care, self-love. If you need a break, take a break. But what I'm trying to do is say to myself every day is try my best. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. Still try to fix it. The next morning, I would not let that yesterday affect today. I will actually do my tasks. And usually staying up in tasks is easier because you already have the habits. You already have the mental mind for it. You have the spirit mind for it. You have everything for it, and it all helps each other because they're all bricks, all layering up all on each other. And they all work together to build one big building, to make one big picture. And you just look at the big picture, and it is worth it for you. And it is worth it for me because it always helps me through rough times and all that. And what I realized is having those balances and those routines when I have hard times or rough times, spiritually, mentally, or anything like that, I do go through it. I don't stop completely and throws everything else off for the next day and the next day and the next day and the year. And then after a month, after next year, we have New Year's resolution, I believe. This is the end of the year. Make a New Year's resolution. Make it easy. Don't make it hard. Just small tasks, little adjustments. I mean, when you go up in the air as a pilot, little adjustments. The pilot doesn't take a 90-degree turn to the right to actually go to another country. They just turn maybe 10 degrees to actually go to the next country. Or if they want to actually go to, let's say, Germany, I don't know. And you're going to, and you realize you steered off because you can't really tell because it only takes little movements. So you got to realize if you steered off, steer it back on. Just a little adjustments. It doesn't have to be a big drastic turn. Just small adjustments. I don't know if that answers the question.
Right. Little incremental changes every day. If you feel like you've steered off in the wrong path, tick it back to finding where your balance is. And Mustafa, I like your point of just defining that for yourself and being honest with yourself of what that vision for yourself looks like. Like, where is your destination? I know Dr. Michael Houston just talked about getting his pilot license. You know, where are you setting off to fly? You know, where is that that destination that you're trying to get? And you could stay balanced and stay congruent with that as you stay focused by not letting yourself deter from the goal, from the process. You know, so we gotta start a process, a daily process, a ritual process, and we gotta stay consistent with that process. And we have to make sure that we're touching and tapping into our support system if we're laying low in some areas and getting high in others. So it's a collective effort, I feel, to stay congruent with your vision. I don't think I got your insight, Dr. Michael Houston. What do you think? Do we have to stay balanced, or is balance achievable in today's world?
Well, I don't think that we have to stay balanced. I don't think that we ever always stay balanced, but I do think that when we're honest with ourselves, then we can become more balanced. Like, for instance, if somebody hurts your feelings, and I know that it's hard for men particularly to say, hey, you know what? You hurt my feelings. You know, you hurt me. To actually articulate, to voice that, it sounds kind of like weird or something, but you actually let it out, you know? Just like if you were angry, you would let somebody know that you were angry, right? So just being able to voice it out is a healthy thing in being balanced. I think the other thing too is I just come back to being honest with yourself. If you know that there are going to be some days that you feel toxic, you know that you're toxic to anybody who you come around. Like, today is not the day. Don't mess with me. Don't come around me. Hey, or else you about to get unloaded on, right? Just to speak in that vernacular. So here it is. You can say, you know what? I'm going to withdraw myself, my negative energy, so that I can come back into balance. I don't have to be going at the pace of everybody else around me. I can set the pace for me and what's healthy for me for today or for this moment. You know, you could always, like Justin has said, you could always restart at any minute of the day. If the day is going by just messed up, then take 2 minutes out, take a deep breath, breathe through your nose, exhale through your mouth, take 3 or 4, and reset your brain into something more calm. So I think that coming back into the balance is a constant thing. It's not just like some kind of just a routine, because things knock you off balance all the time. So at the same time, you know where you're at the time, and so being able to regulate yourself, sometimes removing yourself, sometimes getting involved when you know you like you said. I think Mustafa said avoiding from being lazy. Well, you got to get up sometimes to be engaged, you know. Right. So I think that those different things help us to be balanced. And when we get knocked off, off of our balance, then we are learning how to recenter ourselves. And I think that's the process where you're learning about you.
Right. Stress management tools. Ways to manage your stress when things don't go or you veer from the path. You got to find ways to manage it back to getting on course, staying on your path.